Hello students, welcome back to your online classes. From today we are going to start chapter number 4 of your math. Fill in a concise book, that is decimal fraction. I hope you all know that what is a fraction. So our topic is decimal fractions and decimal numbers. So what is a decimal fraction? We can simply say that a number having 10, 100, 1000 in denominator is called a decimal fraction. Like 1 upon 10, 5 upon 100, 8 upon 1000 and so on. All these numbers have 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 and so on in their denominator. So any number which have 10, 100, 1000 in its denominator is called a decimal fraction. Suppose I have a number 2 upon 5. Is this a decimal fraction? Yes, this is also a decimal fraction. Why? Because I can express this number as base 10. I need to multiply by 2 in numerator and denominator, and it will become 4 upon 10. So it is also a decimal fraction. Take one more example. Suppose I have a number 5 upon 50. I can multiply by 2, like multiply by 2 and it will become 10 upon 100. So it also becomes a decimal fraction. So I hope you all must be clear what is a decimal fraction. Now what is a decimal number and what is the need of a decimal number? So what is a decimal number? So if the number has a decimal point or a number is written using a decimal point, it is called a decimal number. Like 4.5, 2.4. This is a number written with a decimal. So it becomes a decimal number. And what is the need of a decimal number? Suppose you gone to a market and you are buying potatoes, and the rate of potatoes is 10 rupees per kg, and you need to buy only 250 gram of potatoes. So if 1 kg of potato is 10 rupees and you just need to buy 1 upon 4 kgs or 250 grams. If I need to express 1 upon 4 kg as a whole number, I cannot express it as a whole number, so I need a decimal number. So it will become 10 upon 4 or 2.5 rupees. So this is my decimal number. So to express a number more concisely, I need decimal number. So this is my decimal numbers. There are some rules of reading and writing a decimal number. We will look at these rules. So a decimal number is read like this. If I have a number like 5.25, so the number to the left of a decimal is read as a whole. It will read as a 5. Suppose the number is 50.25. So I will read the number on the left side of decimal as whole. I will read it as 50, and number to the right side of the decimal as single or alone, like 5.25, 50.25. Take one more example like 1000.013. So I will read it left number as 1000 and number to the right side as 013. So it will become 1000.013, 50.25, 5.25. So I think now you know how to read a decimal number. Let's move forward. What are the more topics in your book? So converting a decimal number into a fraction. Converting a decimal number into a fraction. How we will convert a decimal number into a fraction? Take one example. Suppose 0.5. I need to convert this number as a fraction. What you need to do, you will look at this point or this decimal. You will remove this decimal from here and you will write numerator as it is. And in the denominator, you will look at the right side. Right side you have only one number. So you will place 1 0 ahead of 1 and it will become 5 upon 10. You can reduce this like 5 1 the 5 and 5 to the 10. So it will become 1 upon 2. Take one more example like 0.25. Do the same thing, remove decimal from here, write the whole number as it is, and in the denominator you will put 1 and count the number of digits on the right side 1 2 and you will place 2 zeros. Now reduce this number 25 1 the 25 and 25 4 the 100. Now it will become 1 upon 4. Take one more example like 5.25. Now remove the decimal and write the whole number as it is 525 and put 1 and number of zeros are 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Now reduce this number 5 1 the 5 0 5 5 the 25 5 to the 10 0 5 to the 10 5 1 the 5 5 4 the 20. Now it will become 21 upon 4. So in this way you can convert a decimal number into a fraction. Now we will look at how you will convert a fraction into a decimal number. Conversion of fraction into decimal number. Suppose you have a number 25 upon 10 and you need to convert this number into decimal. So how you will do it? If your base or if your denominator is 10, 100 or 1000, you will just count the number of zeros. It has only 1 0. So you will see from the right side, and if it has 1 0, so you will place the decimal after the 1 digit. So it will become 2.5. Suppose this number is 25 upon 100. So it has 2 zeros. You will count from the right side 1 digit, 2 digit, and you will place the point before the 2 digit, and it will become 0.25, and you will place 0 in ahead of point. It will become 0.25. It is a way of writing a decimal number. If a decimal number does not have a digit on the left side, you place a 0 on the left side. Suppose your number is 25 upon 1000. So again you will do the same thing. You will count the number of zeros 0, 1, sorry 1, 2 and 3, and you will place the point or decimal before the 3 digit. Here you have only 2 digits, so you will increase the 0 and you will place a decimal. It will become 0.025. Take some more example so it will become clear to you. Suppose your number is 5 upon 1000 and you need to convert it into a decimal number. Just count the number of zeros 1, 2 and 3, and there is only a single number, so you will place it on the right side. One digit, you need 3 digits, 2 and 3. Now place decimal. It will become 0.005. Take one more example. Suppose the number is 10 upon 10,000. Count the number of zeros 1, 2, 3, 4, and here you have only 2 digits, so write 2 more zeros on the left side and place decimal. It will become 0.0010. Now take some example where your denominator is not 10, 100 or 1000. Suppose your number is 15 upon 4 and you need to convert it into a decimal. So I hope that you all know how to divide a number. You just need to divide. Divide 15 by 4. 4 3s are 12. 5 minus 2 is 3. Now you will place a decimal here and you will write a 0 here. Now 4 7s are 28. 30 minus 28 is 2. Now again place a 0 and 4 5s are 20. So it becomes 3.75. Okay. Take one more example. 27 upon 5. You need to convert this number into a decimal number. Now divide 5. Divide 27 by 5. 5 5 is 25. 7 minus 5 is 2. Place a decimal here. Place a 0 here. And 5 4 is 20. It becomes 5.4. So I hope you all understand how to convert a decimal into fraction and a fraction into decimal. Let's look at some more topics. Now the next topic is like and unlike decimals. What are like and unlike decimals? So first is like decimal. If a number has equal number of decimal places, suppose I have number as 3.45, 4.50, 7.89. So decimal places are those numbers which are written after the decimal. Here you have 2 decimal places. Here you also have 2 decimal places, and here you also have 2 decimal places. So if the decimal places are same in all the decimal numbers, they are called like decimals. Take some more example like 5.345, 6.496, 7.895. All these numbers have 3 decimal places. 3 decimal places, 3 decimal places. So they are called as like decimals. And what are unlike decimals? If the numbers have uneven or unequal decimal places, they are called unlike decimals. Like if our numbers are 3.4, 4.56, 7.89, 895. Here I have one decimal place. Here I have two decimal place, and here I have three decimal place. So the number of decimal places in all these numbers are unequal. Here I have 1, here I have 2, here I have 3. So these are called unlike decimals. So this is all about before your exercise 4.8. Now we will solve exercise 4.8.